Hello and welcome back to 2K14 Universe. I'm your host, Jet here, watching Monday Night Raw with our new champion kicking off the show.
Making his way to the ring from Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, the WWE Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's right, everybody. Last night at the Royal Rumble, Stone Cold Steve Austin captured his second WWE Championship, defeating Randy Orton, who now gets an opportunity in our main event tonight to qualify for the upcoming Elimination Chamber matchup. But here tonight, Austin getting a little bit of a celebration to start off the night. He gets to kick off Monday Night Raw with the title in hand, and he's going to face off against one sorry jabroni by the name of Drew McIntyre. Well, this could be a big night for Drew, you never know. If he beats Austin here tonight, I'm pretty sure he's a given to be in the Elimination Chamber. That is, if he beats Austin tonight, and I don't love his chances here tonight against the new WWE Champion, but, well, stranger things have happened, especially here in this universe. Some very, very strange things happen from time to time, so let's not rule it out entirely. The title actually looks pretty damn good on Stone Cold, well, in the hand of Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's a pretty good sight right there. Let's see if Drew can shock the world here tonight and get a victory over Stone Cold Steve Austin to kick off the Raw after the Royal Rumble. I'm going to fix my microphone real quick. I'll be quiet for a minute.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing 256 pounds, Drew McIntyre. Listen to the reaction.
We are 24 hours removed from a stunning Royal Rumble event. Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler here at ringside, and we're off to the races with what should be an outstanding match.
Okay, that took longer than it needed to. Hopefully it's better, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't a sound thing, it was more just... It needed a good wipe down. It looked very... very dusty. Which is weird considering I don't really ever not use it. But hey, you know, dust, it gets around. Anyway, starting things off here, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Drew McIntyre going at it pretty hot here tonight. And obviously here tonight, as you may have seen in the description down below, tonight we've got the European Champion Randy Savage up against Dean Ambrose. That should be interesting. We've got Hulk Hogan up against the returning Batista. And they've got two Elimination Chamber qualifiers. Dolph Ziggler set to face off against Mick Foley in one qualifier. And Randy Orton set to face off against Shawn Michaels in the other. It's all about the Elimination Chamber now. We've got 3 weeks to find out who the 5 challengers for Stone Cold Steve Austin's WWE Championship will be. And obviously the same will go over on SmackDown. We'll have 3 weeks to find out who will be in the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber ready to challenge John Cena. Then after Elimination Chamber, we will find out who Chris Jericho is facing at WrestleMania. The 4th ever Royal Rumble winner in history is... rather disgustingly, Chris Jericho, everybody. I'm real sorry to inform you. But yeah, if you somehow missed it, unfortunately, Chris Jericho came out with the big Royal Rumble win. Just to let me down just that little bit more. These things happen, eh? Suplex there by Drew McIntyre to Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'll give McIntyre credit. He's hanging with Austin right now. You know, one thing I'm really looking forward to as we get closer to the end of the season, barring obviously finally shifting to a different game because holy shit. I don't, the truth be told, I don't even think it's just this game. I wouldn't recommend doing 3 years of the same game to anyone. For context, for those of you that maybe don't know, I did 2 years of 2K14 in my original series. I skipped 15 because I didn't like how many features it was missing. This year I'll be doing it this time around. I won't be doing 4 years. of my life doing 2K14, but that second year I remember being a bit of a drag because, you know, it was the same game, and now I'm doing it again. I mean, you know, there was like a decade in between, but like, still, this game has probably gotten like, you know, like 500 hours easy. Something crazy like that, you know. It's probably gotten like a lot of hours out of me over the years. And I'm very tired of this game, truth be told. But we're nearly there. We're nearly there. And one thing I'm really looking forward to at the start of the new season is, of course, the draft. I always enjoy the draft. The draft is a lot of fun. It really shakes things up, as they say. And obviously, we'll also have a whole bunch of new superstars. We'll have to say goodbye to some superstars, but we'll have some new superstars starting out. Some returning stars, I'm sure. I think there's some returning stars in 15. I don't actually know that for a fact, but I think there are. Don't comment down below. We'll have to wait and see. Just a reminder, I said don't comment. Drew McIntyre suplexing Stone Cold Steve Austin into the ring, and Austin with a kick to the midsection. And Austin with a stunner! That came out of nowhere. Well, for a minute I thought Austin was going to get jabronied himself here, but actually he hits a stunner. Okay, Drew kicking out of a Stone Cold Stunner from the new WWE Champion. Yeah, that does check out, yes. That feels natural and not at all confusing to see. German suplex there. Dropping Austin on that stack of dimes he calls a neck, and now a flatliner by Drew. Don't seriously do this game, come on. I know you love making champions look like garbage, but come on now. Cover attempt by Drew, and he kicks out. And oh my god. He's gonna beat Austin. Future Shock DDT by Drew McIntyre. He's gonna beat Austin. He's gonna pin the WWE Champion. Oh my god, he kicked out. He was able to reverse that. I mean, if there's one thing we've learned from the World Heavyweight title, is that this game hates strong-looking champions. Hot potato is the way to go. That's what this game says. Just pass that title around like it's nobody's business. Like no one wants it, you know. Cover attempt here. Oh, I thought he was going to pin him off a clothesline for a minute there. Alright, here it is. It's the beginning of the end for Austin. Nah, he hasn't worked the arm. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Austin's okay, everybody. He reverses, and now Austin. Clothesline there by Drew McIntyre takes down Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh no. Oh, that might be it. Austin, don't crawl into the referee. Austin reaches the ropes. Why is he getting jabronied here? Why is Austin getting absolutely annihilated by Drew? It's Khali all over again. It's Big Show versus Khali Part 2. You put someone at the very bottom of the ranks. Literally, Drew's like second bottom to like Jinder, his partner. And Austin is the WWE Champion. And the game's like, you know what'd be really funny? Do you know what'd be hilarious? If he absolutely destroyed the champ. Austin going in for a cover off of literally nothing. And naturally that does not get the job done because it was literally nothing. What is... Okay, Austin sending him into the corner. The clothesline. And down he goes. Dodges to the side of that one. The tide is turning. Drew McIntyre over the master of reversals. Wild strike misses the target. Sends him over his shoulder there as Austin tries desperately to get any control over Drew, who is... you know, he's living for the moment right now. He's getting whatever he can in this match because he knows he needs to win. Everything relies on this one win over the WWE Champion, this fluke victory that he could get Well, I mean, would it be a fluke at this point? He's lasted 7 minutes with him. I guess realistically it would be a hard-fought and well-earned victory, actually. It wouldn't be a fluke at all, but it certainly, I think, rustle a lot of feathers if Drew McIntyre was to pin the WWE Champion on his first night as the champ. I wouldn't expect any less from a game like W2K14, though. And Austin now. Measuring Drew. And he's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Back body drop there. Sends him over his shoulders. Drew McIntyre with Austin up. And a second flatliner. He's gonna beat Austin. He's gonna beat Austin. He's literally going to beat the brand new WWE Champion. This game is so fucking stupid. It's unreal how bad the booking is when you let this game play things out. Why do I do it? I don't know. Why? This game is just fighting me. From start to finish, this game has fought me the whole way through. It hates logical booking. It hates credible champions. It hates common sense. Well, I guess Drew McIntyre kind of has to be in the WWE title chamber match now because he pinned Austin on his first night as the champion. I hate this fucking game so much. This is hands down going to go down in history as my worst universe season of all time. It's definitely up there. Well, here comes Dean Ambrose.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing 215 pounds, Dean Ambrose.
I'm sure there's some kind of meme out there of like Jitch trying to create a credible wrestling product, W2K14 being W2K14. I'm sure there's something you can do with that. I hate this game. I really do. I used to love this game. I had a lot of nostalgia for this game. But the number one thing I've learned from doing this Universe series is you go back to any of these older games and you play them for an entire Universe calendar, every single match of every show for one whole year. Holy shit, you start to see how bad they all were. They all were. I mean, to be fair, between 12 and 14, like, practically nothing changes.
And approaching the ring from Sarasota, Florida, weighing 245 pounds, the European Champion, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, if Dean Ambrose defeats Macho Man Randy Savage here tonight, I would have to say that puts him in contention for the European title. I don't know if that's a title that Dean Ambrose has got his sights set on. I don't know if that's something Dean Ambrose has ever really considered, but here tonight, this is a big opportunity for Ambrose to beat a champion. The former champion Bryce Walker has unfortunately been knocked down to contention now, so I don't know what the future holds for him, but unfortunately, it's not the European title anytime soon. I'm so sorry to say. Another short-lived reign in this game's fetish for short-lived title reigns. And Cody Rhodes. Short-lived title reigns and Cody Rhodes. He's the only exception. He's the only one. I want to believe that will stop in the next season, but I think we know that it won't. I might start doing... I had this idea. I don't really like pulling back the curtain and sharing this kind of thing, but I had this idea. I don't think it matters ultimately. I mean, this is the thing, right? Hang on, let me make my first point before I go into my second point. I'm thinking of altering everyone's overalls in 15 to match like kind of what, you know, because like they all have momentum in this game, right? So their overalls have all been like boosted or decreased based on momentum. And I was thinking rather than having everyone just reset to whatever their default 15 overalls are, maybe I should carry their overalls over like momentum included. So like whatever the momentum has boosted them up to, that's what their overall should be in the next game as like their default. And then like the momentum kind of changes it and we'll just like change it like that. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense to explain, but like, so I guess for example, I think Ray would have, like if we were to go to the next season and not change anything, I'm not trying to pick on Ray because I love Rey Mysterio. I do. He's great. He's fantastic. I don't really care for him much these days. Like I feel like he's like past his prime by quite a lot, but like you know, the nostalgia goggles and the love for Rey Mysterio is there, and, you know, I'll be very sad when he retires and he goes in the Hall of Fame. Oh, he is in the Hall of Fame already, isn't he? Never mind. I think he is already in the Hall of Fame. You know, like, it's a big deal, and, like, you know, I do love Rey Mysterio. I genuinely do, but, like, this universe has been cruel to him this season, and, I'm thinking, like, for example, I think he has, like, a 90 or something in 15 as his default, but I think his momentum and everything, like, all the losses he's taken, he's, like, low 80s, so I'm thinking of just carrying over, like, all the because it literally shows you, like, the stat breakdown of, like, what's been dropped from the momentum and everything. I don't know, I'm thinking about that, because although that will mean very similar balancing to what we've got currently going, it does mean that people can rise up. I mean, like, Barrett, for example, had really bad momentum when he dropped to NXT, and he genuinely has, like, almost a full bar now. Like, he's at, like, 96, it's boosted his overall too. He's so high up. So, you know, just, like, things like that. Just carry it over and continue it. The thing I was going to mention as well, which I think will, if I'm not mistaken, change in 15, that is the reason you get so many shitty, like, random win. I mean, maybe people enjoy them, but, like, I'm just trying to, like, pull back the curtain a little more and talk about, like, what happens there. Is I think in these earlier games, it's literally like this. You hit your first finish, you don't win off of it unless you're facing a jobber. You hit your second finish, you are guaranteed to win. And basically, all you have to do, it doesn't matter who you are, you can be like, trying to think of, like, the biggest jobber ever. You could be Sergeant Slaughter, right? You could have an overall of 20 and lose every single match, but as long as you reverse the opponent's finisher and then hit yours, you win. That's the way these games work, and that's why what just happened to Austin. That's why Khali beat Big Show. It's literally just reversing a finisher at the right time and then hitting your finisher, and then boom, you win. That's, like, literally how these old games worked. I think they fixed that eventually because, you know, there's stamina and stuff instead, and that plays a pretty big part in it. From the very next game, actually, you know, we get stamina and stuff. I don't know how much that changes things, because I don't really remember my 16 universe. I barely did any 17 universe, and I never did 15. So I don't know, I don't really remember that much about back then, but I think that makes for less, like, what the fuck finishes where jobber beats top guy. Because it's not all down to just hitting one finisher, no matter who you are, and winning. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but that's just kind of something I've picked up on. I don't really think I'm, like, cracking the code or anything. I think a lot of people already knew that. But yeah, in these older games, that's literally all it was you just, like, sometimes you could win off of your first finish, but you pretty much expect to see one or two finishes from whoever wins, and the second one always gets the job done if the first one doesn't. Either way, I can confirm that Drew McIntyre is now in the WWE title chamber match, so I hope you're happy. Dean Ambrose rolling up Savage off of a pile driver, folks.
The tension, the drama. This is electric.
Let's see, all I gotta do is have matches like this, where it doesn't matter who wins, because they're both in equal runnings, and it's okay for either of them to lose. But let's go do that all the time. Forever and ever. I do think that things will be better from 15 onwards, and I gotta remember that we only have 2 more in-game months, and, you know, the road to the Royal Rumble felt like it just flew by, and that was 5 weeks. There are only 8 left in this entire game, so, like, we're getting there. It's going to happen. We are getting towards the end. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it through this, and then I'm hoping that things will improve. At least the match quality will, for sure. I know that the matches are way better flowing thanks to stamina. People may not have liked 15 to 20 in terms of, like, casual gameplay, but for, like, your Universe series, the way those matches flowed was perfect. Limited reversals and stamina were really, really good functions for putting on a good show. I know people really liked the changes in 22, but that's why I wasn't too fond of them. So, you know, Savage has a really good chance of winning because he just reversed Dean Ambrose's finisher. But he won't win because his finisher is a top rope finisher, and they never do those. In fact, he'll probably tap out. Yeah. This game has very predictable styles, to say the least. Well, Dean Ambrose has defeated Randy Savage, and I do have to question, does this now mean Dean Ambrose gets a European Championship opportunity? I say yes.
Here is your winner, Dean Ambrose.
I say give this man a rematch for the European title.
Boy, did that submission hold look painful.
Well, anyway, Dean Ambrose picks up a victory, and up next we welcome Batista back to Monday Night Raw. Hulk Hogan and Batista 1-1. Surprisingly not an Elimination Chamber match. There's something brewing in the works that will involve Hulk Hogan at Elimination Chamber, we've been told. I don't have any further information than that, but I'll be sure to give it when I can. Up next, though, Hogan faces the returning Batista. Oh, brother. Here we go, dude.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, weighing 280 pounds, Hollywood Hogan.
Well, Hulk Hogan, everybody, is very upset that he was eliminated from the Royal Rumble match. In fact, he was very upset that he got such an early number in the Royal Rumble match. But another man who was in that Royal Rumble matchup was Batista, everybody. It was so good to see him back. And we have been told that the Batista is cleared. He is back. He's in the right frame of mind. And he is ready to return to the ring. And that is exactly what he intends on doing here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Batista is back, baby. As I mentioned before, Hulk Hogan has apparently got an opponent set up for him at the Elimination Chamber that we will be able to announce soon, but not right away because there is still an if about something else to do with that matchup. I don't really know what any of that means, but I'm just, hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what I'm saying. When I have more information, I'll share it with you. Here he comes. Oh, yeah. It is such a shame still that Batista has had such a rough season as he has. But it's great to see him back on Monday nights, and I hope we don't lose him again.
Approaching the ring from Washington, D.C., weighing 290 pounds, the Animal Batista.
I don't believe we've seen Batista since, was it SummerSlam? I think was the last time we saw Batista when he lost to The Rock for the WWE Championship. It's been a long journey for Batista, and he's been very fixed on the WWE title, but he says he's in a right frame of mind right now. He's ready to just go back to competing on a weekly basis. And he's not going to get too wrapped up in the WWE title right now. He wants that championship that is still in his sights, but he wants to make sure he's still got it first. So here tonight he goes one-on-one with Hulk Hogan. This match is not a chamber qualifier. Batista has somehow managed to remain pretty high up in the WWE title rankings in his time away, but I think he still has a little bit of work ahead of him, and obviously here tonight he's prepared to take on a top dog here on Raw, Hulk Hogan, someone who has been a very prevalent force in his first season and someone who is unfortunately most certainly going to be around for another season. I'm so sorry to reveal to you all. Oopsie, sorry about that. Hulk Hogan has indeed signed on for another year. We're stuck with Hogan for another year, everybody. But maybe he'll end up on SmackDown after the draft. You never know. I don't know what difference that would make, but I just wanted to say something that sounded optimistic. Maybe Hogan will be on the SmackDown brand after the draft. I don't know if that really is optimistic, but I want to put that potential out in the open. Either one of these two could end up on SmackDown following the draft. There's just no saying. We don't really just talk about the draft too much, though we still have the Elimination Chamber, and of course WrestleMania to focus on in the meantime. And up next, we'll have our first Elimination Chamber qualifier, notwithstanding Drew McIntyre, who I guess got in because he beat Austin to start the show. We'll have two more entrants determined at the end of tonight. Dolph Ziggler versus Mick Foley up next. Foley defeated Randy Orton last week on Raw, and Dolph Ziggler has picked up many victories that have led to this potential WWE title opportunity at the Elimination Chamber. And then we've got Randy Orton and Shawn Michaels in our main event tonight. Two superstars who have been a little down on their luck lately. Both former WWE champions. One of them is going to be competing in a match with a lot riding on it, to say the least. There's a lot of pressure going into not only tonight, but the Elimination Chamber itself for Randy Orton and Shawn Michaels and whoever ends up winning that matchup.
Oh, what a brutal shot. What a match this is going to be.
Side suplex by Batista takes down Hulk Hogan, brother.
Huge shot to the midsection.
I feel like Batista is something that Raw's been missing lately. Just that freaking nature, that big man, you know. I really feel like is there a lot of that on Raw? I mean, there was Goldberg, I suppose, but he's gone now.
Batista taking control.
Austin's not really a big man, is he? I mean, he's a hard hitter, he's a brawler, but... Actually, he's a brawler, he's not a powerhouse. I guess you could argue that Hogan is a powerhouse. He never really feels like it, but I guess he is. I mean, he's literally got wider shoulders than Batista. I don't know how biblically accurate that is, but... Good takedown by Batista.
How does he do it? Another superstar would have been beat a long time ago. Hogan took a
Hogan with an eye rake, and obviously showing he'll stoop to whatever it takes to get a win over Batista tonight.
The tension, the drama. This is electric.
You know, I hear that I was told during this matchup specifically to announce that Raw has a new signee. Believe it or not, before the season, before the change of the season, Spinebuster. Raw has apparently signed someone new on. Uh-oh. Smart move by Batista. Hogan can't do he can't do it. He can't do it if you're on the outside. But oh my god. Batista going for a Batista. Oh no. DDT. Oh. A good takedown there by Batista to Hogan.
This match has been 100 miles an hour since the opening bell. Hogan's hurt. Really hurt.
Batista is putting one hell of a punishment on Hulk Hogan. But yeah, we have a new signee here on Raw. They'll be making their debut next week. I'm looking forward to that.
From behind.
Belly to belly.
Batista with a good reversal. And a boot to the gut. There's the cover. Can he do it?
Is this going to be enough? No.
There's no doubt about it. Hogan's definitely in rough shape.
Hogan favoring that chest. I mean, I think he's taking a lot of heavy hits from Batista. Each one of those hits from Batista is a heavy hit, truth be told. I'll tell you one thing I'm really looking forward to when I finish this season is I've been putting off doing anything else on this channel until I finish this season because I want to just get it done. STF applied here by Hogan. But I've got a lot of story modes to do on this channel. Okay, I don't know how much was cut there. But my OBS stopped responding, which has literally never happened before. Don't know why that did just that one time, but it did. It stopped responding. I think we lost a little bit of this match because by the looks, I looked over the video. The video is still functional, but it cuts rather randomly. So I don't know what I last said that was heard or what you would have missed out on, but I think like a minute at most. Either way, it's no surprise this match is going long here tonight. This is Batista's return match, but Hogan's obviously got something to prove here tonight. He wants to try and gatekeep and keep this guy out of here. Oh! I mean, Raw's a very different place than when Batista was last here. Cover attempt by Batista off the spinebuster, and he gets him. Batista wins. Batista wins. He defeats Hulk Hogan here tonight. I've randomly got a cough developing. Let's not do that. How's about that? Batista is victorious over Hulk Hogan off the spinebuster, and this does not look good for Hogan and whatever awaits him at Elimination Chamber. But Batista's looking great, and it is awesome to see him back in competition on Monday nights. Congratulations to the animal on a big victory as we move on. I tell you, with these recent hot potato title reigns, now is a good time to get back in contention for the WWE title, Batista. As we move on, up next, Dolph Ziggler and Mick Foley try to qualify for the Elimination Chamber.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, Florida, weighing 223 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
Well, here we go. It is time to find out who will be, I guess, now the second confirmed participant in the chamber with Stone Cold Steve Austin, as Drew McIntyre beat Austin to kick off the show. I mean, listen, all right, I'm annoyed because Drew's a bottom-ranked guy right now, but truth be told, he is a great superstar. He does have a great history behind him. He has competed for the world title before. It's just the timing of the bottom-ranked guy on Raw beating the WWE Champion was a little uncalled for. A little 2K14-ish, if you will. Anyway, Dolph Ziggler now here tonight. Unable last night to win the Royal Rumble match and win the tag team titles alongside of The Miz. There's been no news, I don't know what I was trying to say there, on whether Ziggler and Miz are still going to be a team. As of right now, they are still officially registered as a tag team. So, I mean, I guess there is that. But obviously, Mick Foley is a very questionable move here by Mick to be competing in this match here tonight, because this means he'll be going for his buddy Austin's newfound WWE title. But then Austin says that, I mean, Foley says that title has been tearing those two apart. So maybe he wants to take it away from him for that reason, I guess. So here we go. Dolph Ziggler with a big enziguri there. Remember, this is for a WWE title opportunity, technically speaking. The winner of this will get a spot in the Elimination Chamber. Not obviously a guaranteed WWE title win by any means. Probably one of the toughest matches to overcome, and it's why I'm not feeling too confident for John Cena or Stone Cold Steve Austin heading into the Elimination Chamber. The Chamber is a very difficult beast to overcome and retain your title in. And I think Cena and Austin both know that heading into it. Two superstars that have never won in the Elimination Chamber, to my knowledge. Oh no, I think Cena has won in the Chamber before. I believe that was what I was saying when he won the World Heavyweight title. Was he won the WWE title in the Elimination Chamber from The Miz 2 years ago, I think, actually. But Austin, if he's been in an Elimination Chamber, he has not won it. Foley coming in hot with these very unique style strikes. And two very different styles of performer here, but definitely one thing that I think these two both possess is a level of admiration from the fans that is almost unparalleled. People recognize a talented hard worker when they see it. And you may not like Dolph Ziggler's recent approach, you know, the fact he's aligned himself with The Miz, the fact he's behaving so similar to The Miz. And obviously Foley's not really seeming too mentally stable once again as of late. But I will say this, These are two very great talents and two guys I'd love to see at the top of WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. And Dolph with multiple kicks in the midsection takes control there.
Ziggler a bit quicker on that exchange.
And the right hands come flying down from Dolph as he lays out Mick Foley.
You're watching Monday Night Raw, a cable television staple since 1993.
Drops Ziggler down on the back of his head, Mick Foley there, and
Oh, what an elbow drop.
as I mentioned before, Foley, you know, he's coming in tonight with a victory over who was the WWE Champion last week. He beat Randy Orton in the main event of Raw. I'm surprised to see Randy Orton still get the main event spot here tonight. Truth be told, you know, I got a lot of respect for it. I think he's an incredible talent, very decorated former champ. No doubt about it, you know, incredible, great performer. But recently, he seems to be on a bit of a downward spiral. He seems to be struggling quite a bit. He's hoping that his match with Shawn Michaels is the start of something better, and maybe he can get back up on his feet from it. Foley right now really in control of Dolph Ziggler, and obviously I think you got to keep in mind for some of these superstars, maybe it's part of the reason Austin lost tonight if I try to make excuses, is he did compete in a WWE title match last night. Ziggler has competed in both the Royal Rumble match and a tag team title match last night. You know, he had a very busy night, and obviously he came up short on both of those accounts. He can't be 100% here tonight by any means. Scoop slam there by Mick Foley as he goes for the cover on Dolph Ziggler as he got him though. And Mick Foley grabbing the tights and delivering one vicious pile driver. Fans are actually supporting Dolph Ziggler right now. Mick Foley into the cover though, and he gets him with the 2, but not enough. And now Mick Foley looking for the double arm DDT. Middle of the ring. Goes for the cover here on Dolph. Dolph looking very confused, and he's out. So Mick Foley becomes the 3rd participant in the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber. And Foley offering a sign of respect to Dolph. And of course, naturally, Dolph saying, shove it. He has had one bad attitude lately, and it looks like that's not getting any better anytime soon. Well, anyway, up next we find out who the 4th confirmed participant for the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber will be. Will it be Randy Orton or Shawn Michaels?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds. The Apex Predators, Randy Orton.
Well, a very warm welcome here for the former WWE Champion. And man, he has had it rough. 2 very short-lived WWE title reigns since coming back here to Raw. Orton has lost almost every match he's been in, despite that. He won the title off Goldberg from a roll-up. He pinned The Rock for the WWE title off of a Money in the Bank cash-in, blindside. And he retained against Dolph Ziggler. The 3 wins Orton has picked up since coming here to Raw back in October. We're now in almost February. And here tonight, he has desperately got to get this victory over Shawn Michaels. He needs this win over Shawn Michaels. Randy Orton loses to Shawn Michaels. I don't know what his WrestleMania hopes are, but he might need to keep them fairly low. Orton looks as focused as ever. Whoa! Hold on a minute! What?
And approaching the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing 260 pounds, The Rock.
Shawn Michaels, that is not. Wait a minute. The Rock. We haven't seen The Rock since he was cashed in on by Randy Orton in the closing moments of Hell in a Cell back in October. The moment that brought Randy to Monday nights and ended the history-setting reign of that man right there. The 210-day reign as WWE Champion. I thought maybe this man was going to be in the Royal Rumble. Looks like he was a day late, but the question is, what is he out here for? Randy Orton has stepped aside outside the ring, and The Rock. I mean, this is huge. We're like a month away, or a month and a half away from WrestleMania or so. And The Rock face to face with Randy Orton. Hold on a minute! Whoa! Rock bottom! Center of the ring, rock bottom! Randy Orton going to say something to The Rock, and The Rock immediately laying out the man that cashed in and took his title and made an example out of. And clearly, The Rock has some unfinished business. You know, I was saying before, these two have never actually faced off one-on-one. This has been brewing for like a year or two now. The Rock laying out Randy Orton with the rock bottom. And I can't wait to see where exactly this is headed. Sorry, Shawn, I guess not tonight. Either way, The Rock is victorious over Randy Orton. I mean, I'd say victorious. Sorry, this wasn't even a match. The Rock laying out Randy Orton. He is back. And I don't know what this means for Orton and Michaels, but obviously not tonight. Welcome back to The Rock.